How's it going? Welcome to Change is Good. My name is Brian. In this video, we're going through another $500 box of half dollars. We'll be looking for silver, proofs, NIFCs, varieties, mint errors, foreign coins, anything worth more than half dollar. Let's do a live opening and see what we got on top. No obvious silver that I can see. All right, let's get into the rolls. Many people believe that 8 is a lucky number. Well, we're on roll number 8. I'll show what I got here. That is definitely 90% and looks a little bit too worn to be a Kennedy, although I could be wrong. But I think it's going to be a Franklin or older. Yep. A Benji, 1954, Denver. All right, we're on the board, and on the board well. Let's keep going. All right, we're on roll number 11. We have a variety. Here we have the reverse of a regular 1973 Philadelphia. Notice the sharpness of the serifs at the bottom of each S. Now compare that with this example. Notice how the serifs are more rounded instead of being sharp like the last example. The lettering is also just a little bit thicker, but it's hard to see it because of the machine doubling. Now I'm holding the coin upside down at an angle so you can see the notching in the bottom right corners of lettering in the word America. This is DDR number 2 on Variety Vista. Let's get back to it. We're now on roll number 19 and we have a DDO. Here we have a 1971 Denver. Notice the extra thickness in the lettering in the words in God. The top left serif of the I has a stepping effect on it. The bottom serif is convex at the bottom. The date is also just a little bit thicker. Over in the word trust, you can see extra thickness of lettering, splitting at the bottom of the first T, the bottom of both legs of the R, and the top of the U on both sides. The T in Liberty is also a bit thicker than normal with widened split serifs on both sides. Over in the E in Liberty, you can see a defined split right here at the bottom right corner of the middle bar. This is DDO number 13 on Variety Vista. This is often confused for the FS101, but it's a little bit different because if you go over here to the word N, the letter I is shaped just a little bit differently than the FS101. The FS101 has a regular shaped eye. This one's a bit distorted and doubled. All right, let's go back to the hunt. Well, that box started off hot, but it got down to absolute zero pretty fast. The last 31 rolls were as cold as ice. Let's do a recap. We had 3 finds out of 1,000 coins, but at least one of them was a Franklin. That was the saving grace of the box. We also had 2 varieties, a 1971D, DDO number 13, and 1973P, DDR number 2. The question is that enough finds for a video? I don't think so. Let's do another box. All right, box number 2. Let's see what you got. Nothing unusual that I can see. All right. Let's see how this box goes. We're on roll number 7. We have our first find. It's an NIFC, or not intended for circulation, a 2006 Philadelphia, mintage of 2.4 million. All right, we're on the board. Let's hope there's more. Well, there was more. We're on the next roll, roll number 8. We have another NIFC. This time it's a 2016 Philadelphia, mintage of 2.1 million. All right, let's keep going. Roll number 12, another NIFC. This one's a 2007 Philadelphia, mintage of 2.4 million. All right, let's keep going. We're now on roll number 16. We have something unusually shiny at the end of the roll too. Check out that edge. A very, very nice 67. Looks like it just came out of a set. That's a dandy. Let's keep going. We're now on roll number 16, and we've got a variety I've never found before. Let's check it out. Under the scope is a 1976 bicentennial half dollar. I'm going to get it up close because I want you to see the details on this. On this example, The 1 here is a bit wider in this area right here on this upper serif. If you look here at the back upper right corner of the 7s, you can see notches here, here, and a little notch here at the top of the 6. This is DDO number 1 on Variety Vista. I've been looking at this variety for probably a couple of months, but I think I finally found it. One more on the board. Let's keep going. Roll number 18, and this box is getting hot. Check out that shiny edge in the middle of the row right there. That is a 1968S silver proof. This is the first silver proof I've ever found in a hunt. I'll take it. But we're not done yet. Check out the end of the roll over here. A 64 Philadelphia. So a silver proof and a 90%er in one roll. I'm liking the looks of this. Let's keep going. We're on the next roll, roll number 19. We have a variety. Here we have a 1973 Denver. Notice the extra thickness in the lettering and the words "in God," the splitting at the bottom of the N, the splitting on the right side of the 1 and 9 of the date. Now, if you look on this side of the coin, you can see extra thickness of lettering, a little split here at the top right serif of the T, extra thickness in the legs of the R, splitting on the top of the U, splitting down the entire letter of the S with a notch at the bottom and top, and a little notch down here in the middle serif of the 3. This is the FS 101 and the Cherry Picker's Guide, or DDO number 1 on Variety Vista. It's a pretty good find. Let's keep going. We're on roll number 21. I have a minor mint error to show you under the scope. Here we have the reverse of a 1972 Denver with a die cracker that runs from the top of the S at the rim all the way down to the eagle's wing. Not a major error, but pretty cool. Let's keep going. We're halfway through roll number 25. We have another NIFC. This time it's a 2009 Philadelphia, mintage of 1.9 million. All right, let's keep going. 25 more rolls to go. Roll number 28, and the box is staying hot. Kind of hard to see it, but right there. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Another Franklin, a 63. Denver. A little discolor, but we'll take it. Let's keep going. We're now on roll number 30. We have a variety. Let's go to the scope. Here we have a 1971 Denver. If you look at the letter I and the word N, the top right serif has a split. The top left serif is squared. The bottom left serif is also squared with a little bit of a split on the left. The date is also just a little bit thicker than normal. Over the word trust, you can see the lettering is a bit thicker, a little bit distorted, with the top of the U angling toward the upper right, and a big split here at the bottom serif of the S. Now, if you look at the T in Liberty, you can see it's a bit wider than normal, and the left serif is widened and squared. This variety is the FS 102 in the Cherry Picker's Guide, or DDO number 6 on Variety Vista. It's a pretty good find. Let's keep going. We're on roll number 31. We have another NIFC. This time it's a 2013 Denver, mintage of 4.6 million. Let's get back to it. Roll number 33, another NIFC. This is a 2010 Philadelphia, mintage of 1.8 million. All right, let's get back to the rolls. We're on the same roll, and we have a variety. Here we have a 1972 Denver. Notice the extra thickness in the lettering and the 1 and 9 of the date. Over in the word trust, you can see extra thickness in the lettering, splits at the bottom right of both legs of the R and the top of the U on both sides. This is WDDO number 1 on wexlersw.com, or DDO number 1 on Variety Vista. Let's go back to the hunt. We're on roll number 34, and I think this is a collection dump. Let me show you why. Check out that edge. Another silver proof, a 69S this time. That is a beautiful coin. Let's keep going. We're not done yet. Roll number 37, another variety. Here we have another 1971D FS 102. This one, I believe, has been in a fire. As you can see, it's kind of blackened. But if you look at the letter I, you can see the split on the upper right, the squared serifs on the left at the top and bottom. If you go over here to the word trust, you can see it's distorted with extra thickness. And if you go up to the letter T in Liberty, you can see it's a bit thicker with a widened squared serif on the left. A bit dark and discolored, but you can still see what it is. Let's go back to the hunt. We're on roll number 38. And this time, we have a non-silver proof, an 81S. In pretty good shape, too. All right, let's keep going. Roll number 39. We have another NIFC. This time it's a 2004 Philadelphia, minis of 2.9 million. It's been around the block a time or two, but we'll take it. Let's keep going. Roll number 40, and yep, another variety. Let's go to the scope. Here we have a 1971 Denver. If you look at the lettering, you can see it's a bit thicker than normal. The date is also just a little bit thicker. Over here in the word trust is where you can really see the doubling, even though this example is a bit beat up. You can see heavy notching at the bottom right of the first T, the bottom of both legs of the R, the top of the U on both sides, with splitting at the top of the S and the second T. You can see the T in Liberty is a bit wider than normal, with widened serifs on both sides. You can also see splitting on both sides of the middle bar of the E right here. This is DDO number 9 on Variety Vista. This is one of the most heavily doubled varieties you can find on half dollars. I like finding them in uncirculated condition because they look so cool. Let's get back to the hunt. We're now on roll number 44. We have another variety, but this time it's not a double die. Here we have a 1982 Philadelphia. Now, look at the 1. See how the bottom serifs are missing? And the 9 looks like it's been squeezed down toward the rim. If you know what this variety is, you'll know when you see the 1 and the 9 that looks like this, you flip it over, you'll be missing the FG initials there. In this area right here should be some FG initials, but it's missing on this example. This is the FS901 in the Cherry Picker's Guide. I love finding these. Let's get back to the hunt. Roll number 48, and believe it or not, another variety. Under the scope is the reverse of a regular 1972 Denver. Notice the thickness of the lettering and the sharpness of the serifs at the bottom of the S's. Now compare that to this example. Notice how the lettering is a little bit thicker. The bottom serifs of the S's are both rounded with splitting in them. Finally, if you go down to the letter F in the word half, you can see splitting at the end of both serifs. This is DDR number 2 on Variety Vista. Let's get back to it. We got 2 more rolls to go. The last 2 rolls skunked us. Let's do a recap. This is how it goes sometimes. The first box had 3 finds. The second box had 22. And these included 5 silvers, including 1 Franklin, 1 90% Kennedy, 1 67 40%er, and 2 40% silver proofs, the first I've ever found in circulation. On top of that, we had 8 varieties, including the first 1976D bicentennial DDO I've ever found during a hunt, and a 1982P NoFG FS901. And as icing on the cake, we had a 1972D with a die crack on the reverse, an 81S proof, and 7 NIFCs. This is why persistence is so important, because even when things aren't going your way, they can turn around in a heartbeat and give you 2 firsts in 1 box. As always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, you all know the routine. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any feedback or questions about any of these finds, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Thanks again, and remember, every coin has a story, and some of those stories can take a sudden turn for the better. I'll see y'all next time.